I heard a story about a little frog that was born at the bottom of a well, a small circular well like you'd see at a farm. And it was he and his family that lived down there. This little frog was so happy, so content, all day long to swim and splash in the water. He thought, life is good. We've got all the water in the world to ourselves. As he got a little older, he noticed the light at the top of the well and wondered what was up there. One day, very carefully, he climbed up the side of the well, and with great caution, he looked over the edge, and the first thing he saw was a pond. He couldn't believe it. It was thousands of times more water than he had. He hopped a little more and came to a lake. He stood there in amazement. Hopped a little more and came to the ocean, where as far as he could see, miles and miles of water. He began to realize his vision was so limited. He thought he had it all, but all he really had was a drop in the bucket. I heard a famous rapper being interviewed on television years ago. The interviewer asked him why his lyrics were so filled with hatred and violence, and why he always talked about killings and shootings and muggings. He said, "Oh man, I'm just rapping about life. That's the way the world is." No, the truth is, that's not the way the world is. That's the way his world is. That's the way it is the 6 blocks around his house. If he'd drive 3 miles down the freeway, he'd see people loving their families, people going to colleges, people starting businesses, people fulfilling their destiny. What's the problem? His vision is being limited by his environment. All he's got to do is get in a different environment, an environment that inspires him instead of depresses him. I have friends that run an orphanage in a very poor nation. Every Friday, they go down to the slums and they take these children to the beach. They call it Dream Day. As the children play in the sand and the water, and they look at the beautiful ocean, and they watch the magnificent sunsets, they talk to them about how God knew them before they were formed in their mother's womb, how they have seeds of greatness on the inside. They speak vision into them. They're finding that these children from the slums are overcoming incredible odds, getting scholarships to colleges, breaking out of poverty, becoming leaders in the community. Proverbs 29:18 says, "Where there is no vision, the people perish." Doesn't say where there's no money, where there's no opportunity, where there's no talent. What limits us is a lack of vision. If you're going to enlarge your vision, you need to get around other dreamers. Get around people that are going places, people that inspire you to rise higher. If you're the smartest one in your group is too small. You got to get out of your well. You need to be around people that know more than you, people that are doing more than you. Don't be intimidated by them. God brings people into our life to help expand our vision. Only small-minded people get jealous. Only small-minded people try to compete and prove that they're really better. No, don't be insecure, be inspired. The right attitude is, hey, God, if you did it for them, you can do it for me. It makes a difference who you associate with. Elisha hung around Elijah, and he got a double portion. Joshua hung around Moses, and he went into the promised land. Samson hung around compromisers, and he missed his destiny. You got to get around other dreamers. Your vision is going to be greatly impacted by who you choose to associate with. Friends, what's in your future has much to do with what you can see. I'm asking you to see yourself blessed, prosperous, strong, healthy, talented, successful, accomplishing your dreams. Don't get stuck in a rut and just see more of the same. You may have been through disappointments, but this is a new day. Your greatest victories are still in your future. Now make sure what you put in that picture frame is too big for you to accomplish on your own. Dream big, enlarge your vision. If you'll keep the right picture in front of you, instead of having something pulling against you, it'll be pulling for you. Like Abraham, even though it looks impossible, God will bring the promise to pass. And one day, instead of just having the dream, you'll be living the dream.